Good morning, y'all. Good morning and Merry Christmas Eve to you. Merry Christmas Eve, although probably by the time this uploads, it'll be afternoon. I'm on just to say, first of all, Merry Christmas to everybody and to hope that for everybody a happy and a healthy holiday season. That's what we want most of all, y'all. For each and every one of you is good health in the coming year, good health for your family and your safety. That's what I'm wishing for all of you. And I have been, I told you all I made an unholy mess. So I'm going to be spending the holiday season cleaning, reorganizing, but in a good way. I always look forward, okay, I don't like organizing, y'all know that. I like to clean, I don't like to organize. But I decided after making this unholy mess again, that my system does not work again. So I'm constantly revamping. But I also realized I'm starting to, again, every year around this time, I'm making y'all a video about what I've learned about myself and my craftiness. And what about my crafty aspirations for the year ahead? And this year I was thinking that I learned a few things. I really enjoy stamping and inking. I really enjoy it. I just worked on a bunch of these this week. I know you can't see, they're all sparkled up. And, I fussy cut these out and then I build them up 3 times if it's local mail and twice for overseas. And I didn't know when I bought this that there was a die that came with it. Now, if I had known that, I would have bought the die to make it easier. Would it be perfect? No, because you know what happens for me, folks? I buy the die, but I don't like it that it doesn't come close enough to the image, and then I still have to go in and fussy cut. But it saves me time. So I wish I had known there was a die, and by the time I found out, it was sold out everywhere. So there's a lesson. Because I enjoy doing this so much, just like I enjoy doing digitals, I should always look for a stamp and die set like that Crafter's Companion mug set. But you can't always get it. Picket Fence, which is who made the stamp, often has the coordinating dies, but not always. And that's teaching me that I may not like the scan and cut as much as you all, because my frustration with the Crafter's Companion die set that I love, and you all know I love it, I used it to make the cocoa packages and the shape tags, is that the die doesn't really cut close enough for me to the edge of the stamp, so I'm always going in and recutting. So it's faster, sort of. I still have to do a lot of snippy. And I'm not the world's best fussy cutter. I'm just getting better from practice. And using better scissors helps too. So I have learned that. So stamping is still something I really love. I still really love die cutting. That's never changed from day one. I love die cutting, even though sometimes it's hard on me. I love it. So dies are never a bad investment for me. Maybe I do need the Gemini for some fussier dies, and I'll show you why. I made this for a subscriber for her mini holiday mail, and this is one of the fairy dies from Crafter's Companion. I like a Crafter's Companion die, folks. It always cuts beautifully. I like their stamps and their dies. They're not always the most innovative, even with their designers, but I like the quality. So this is one of their fairies, and I cut her out 3 times, built her up. Now, you can't reverse the die, so making the back look nice is kind of complicated. But I turned it into a charm by building it up extra thick, and I added these little bells, and it's this tiny little charm that says made with love, and a pair of our herringbone scissors for this person to make her a little fairy dangle, because this person likes fairies. So for something like this, if I wanted to make 20 of these for people, this is a bit fussy, this die. You have to use wax paper, I have to poke out a few little pieces usually after, but I like it. If I had a Gemini, this would go way faster and I could make more. So that's something I've thought about, because y'all know this part takes me forever. But so that would be something that would probably be worth investing in for a tool, because I'm realizing for Merry Mail, boy, it would have made things so much faster. So that's a cute little project. These are things I've been working on 15-20 minutes a day while tidying up and reorganizing, because that way it doesn't feel like you're working on so much, and these frustrate me because of my hands. So only working on them 15 minutes a day makes them go much faster, and I eventually get them done. One day is die cutting, one day is building them up 3 times, one day is starting this business. It's longer than 15 minutes for me to build a small dangle, but that's okay. So that was one of my 15-minute projects. The other one, I actually did this for a swap you're going to see very shortly, but I have 2 friends that really like snow and cocoa. And I don't have any snow and cocoa. But Snow and Cocoa made these little tassels with these little pom-poms on top. I still have to do a little snippy snip in the back. I just made extras of these for somebody. So what I did was I took a yarn needle. I clearly made mini tassels in iridescent blue and purple. And then I took a yarn needle and I threaded through, so you have one little bead like the snow and cocoa, and then I took the yarn needle and I put the yarn through here, and then I just tied a loop. And I'll include jump rings and claws, but I actually like them without that. So I'm just going to include it in case the person wants something different. So I made some of these and they're super cute for packaging. They look really cute for packaging. But Snow and Cocoa released these for embellishments, and this person loves Snow and Cocoa, so I imitated those. I made those in those 15-minute segments. You know, one day was making the tassels, the next day was doing the sewing. All right, these took longer. I'll share them with you. I got this die for a friend, and I'm sure you can all guess the stamp set, because I knew I wanted to make these, and you can guess who it is because it's jelly beans, right? Okay, all right. So I built these up. I not die cut them. Oh Lord, my brain. I stamped them out. I built them up. These are really thicked up. These are like 3-4 layers. And then I colored in all of the pieces, and then I glittered them. Like, this is the jewel tone. Some of my friends love this kind of autumn kind of color set. And then these are the pastels. So these take longer because this took several days, because it's one day of stamping, one day of coloring, one day of cutting, one day of building up 3 times, and then wrapping. I stickle the edges, and then I wrap with twine and tie a little bow. So this is like a 5-day, 15 minutes a day thing, but you can get them done in that time. So I did some of those too. But I love stamping. So if I'm gonna do this much stamping and coloring, then that's probably an area I want to continue investing in. The other area, y'all, I watched Misty my paper cuts, and I was really hoping that I would learn that I was doing something wrong. I'm just not the best floral maker. So my crafty aspiration for this year is flowers. I want to learn how to do them better. And it's not that I don't know how to do them. Misty and Carrie both taught me how to make flowers better. I just don't do them that great. So I'm thinking, like all things, once you practice, you get better. So I've actually decided I'm going to order and invest in a couple of really good floral dies. I mostly have ones from Ally, and they're not, I also have a Crafter's Companion one that's quite good. So, but we'll see what happens. We'll see, y'all. We'll see. So that's my crafty aspiration, flowers. I want to learn how to make really pretty flowers. And that's my goal for this year. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. I have a Dollar Tree problem. I do. You know how I had a sticker problem and I solved it? I just didn't let myself buy any stickers. Okay. I don't have a flat sticker problem. I barely have any stickers. Barely. I made the commitment. I stuck to it. Y'all, I have a Dollar Tree problem. I'm doing this reorg and I'm not happy with myself. Why do I know I'll eventually use what I have. It's not like it's going to go to waste, but I am not allowed to go to the Dollar Tree anymore. I have a Dollar Tree problem. I'm admitting it, and I'm just like my stickers. This is my year of not doing Dollar Tree hauls. It's going to be hard because I'm going to watch your videos and be like, I want that. But y'all, I can't go in there without buying stuff. It's not good. The other day I had to go in to get one specific thing, and my husband's like, I wonder if you can come out without 4 other items. And I did it because I'm making a commitment. But y'all, I got to stay away from the DT. I just do. So that's my crafty confession, and I'm acknowledging, like I did last year. I told y'all last year what I was staying away from, and I did. This year, it's DT. I got to avoid the DT. I am happy to say, though, I did use up all my Christmas paper, and that's great. So I can start looking for Christmas collections that I love, and that'll be fun for the year. And, you know, as I said to you, I don't think I'll do Merry Mail in quite the same way next year. I think it's dead all throughout the year. I'm going to send people things, and I'm going to do it from a jar and do it that way. But I wanted to share with you my 15-minute makes, and I wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody who's celebrating Christmas, and Happy Kwanzaa to everyone who celebrated Kwanzaa. And I will be back on with some Merry Mail that I saved for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, y'all. Merry Christmas.